Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another installment in our Rocket Report series. Today, we will be having a look at Rocket's inner thoughts, specifically related to things located in Asgard. And that is very far down on this list. Let's see, we got through the Soulstone reading, so this week we will be going through Viking Souls, all the way down to Asgard, because Cosmo is what kicks off the Nowhere final section of the game. So let's go ahead and jump right into these readings, shall we?
I always thought Asgardians were supposed to be immortal, but apparently that ain't the case. Even the so-called gods can die, and when they do, their souls have got a couple of options on where they go next. The most valiant of them are hand-picked by Odin and delivered to their eternal reward in Valhalla. The not-so-noble ones, like these guys, get to roam the plains of hell in never-ending anguish. Kinda makes me wish I'd made better choices in life. Navigating the afterlife is no easy task, so we're lucky to have Valkyrie on our side. See, traveling between the realm of the dead and the land of the living is actually her job. Brunhilde is one of the shield maidens of the Valkyrie, a group of Odin's elite warriors tasked with delivering noble souls to Valhalla. We may not be nearly as gallant as her usual clients, but she knew we didn't belong in hell, so she swooped in on her winged horse and led us to freedom. I'd let this body brawler ferry my soul anytime she wants. Call me old-fashioned, but when I hear the word hell, I don't picture Viking warriors. It's freaky fire demons like these losers that immediately pop into my head. To my surprise, these winged weirdos aren't actually native to Asgard's land of the dead. Turns out, they come from another horrible Asgardian realm called Muspelheim. Compared to that domain of eternal flame, I guess hell... Compared to that domain of eternal flame, I guess hell is a major upgrade. So, at least the Black Order didn't banish us there, right? We've met plenty of royalty in our latest adventure across the universe. From the Queen of the Inhumans to the King of Wakanda. When it comes to crowns, though, Asgard's Queen of the Dead has them all beat. Just look at that hilarious headgear of hers. I always wondered what it meant when they said, heavy is the head that wears the crown. But thanks to Hela, now I know. Of course, while you're busy ogling her antlers, you should really be watching your back, because this gruesome goddess is gonna stab you in it to get whatever she wants. The giant flaming monster named SURTUR is so huge and terrifying that his fellow fire demons almost seem adorable in comparison. Thor tells me that SURTUR is the lord of Asgard's favorite flaming wasteland, Muspelheim, and that he's been a constant pain in Odin's shiny gold rear for eons. Today, he decided to pick on us instead, thanks to some deal he made with Hela. We battled SURTUR and his minions in hell at first, then finished him off on Thor's home court. Hope those flames of his are enough to keep him warm in the icy void of space. Whether it's the Kree or AIM, we've already faced off against dozens of disposable soldiers who honestly thought they had a chance on bringing us down. And so far, they were all wrong. HYDRA's goals might be slightly different, and their uniforms might be another color, but they still fit that mold perfectly. They want to conquer the world, and their boss hatched some ridiculous master plan that will inevitably force them to retreat in utter humiliation. I love the classics. It's nice to encounter some Viking warriors who aren't dead. Yet. The soldiers in Asgard seem to be a lot more welcoming than their bros in hell. Too bad we didn't get to meet them under better circumstances. I was hoping for one of those feasts Thor always yammers on about, with the boars and the mead and whatnot. Instead, we walked into a full-scale HYDRA invasion. At least we know our new pals can handle themselves in a fight. It's a good thing the Red Skull is inherently evil, because with that face, supervillain was pretty much the only viable career path. The Skull's been trying to kill Captain America for decades now, and he's failed spectacularly every time. Sadly, the guy never quite catches on, always coming back with even more elaborate schemes designed to crush his greatest foe beneath the shiny black heel of his jackboots. This time, he made a pact with the Queen of the Dead and tried to overthrow a city full of gods. It's almost like he was asking to be embarrassed. In the cosmic scheme of things, Asgardians are just about as powerful as they come. So when they built a suit of armor to decimate their mightiest foes, it's bound to be real strong. Odin crafted the Destroyer to fight off the Celestials, giant godlike beings that have existed since the beginning of time. Unlike a normal suit of armor, the Destroyer ain't something you wear on your body. You gotta use a magic spell that transfers your soul into the suit. It's actually a great idea, unless the wrong soul is at the helm. Then, it's a walking disaster. Ruling over the 10 realms of Asgard is not an easy task. You gotta constantly make sure that your fire demons aren't melting your frost giants and your dark elves aren't snuffing out your light fairies. Or something like that. Thank the self-proclaimed gods, then, that Thor's dad, Odin, is on the throne. Asgard's Allfather may be centuries old, but the guy still knows how to throw down. In fact, if it weren't for him, the Destroyer would have probably lived up to its name. It's pretty clear to see, in a kingdom of omnipotent beings, he's the omnipotentest. Honestly, I don't know if I believe in an afterlife. Heck, I barely believe in the life I'm living some days. But when you get sent to a place like hell, you wonder if maybe there really is something waiting for us in that great beyond. And if it sucks as much as this place does, I'm gonna cling to life as long as possible. Valkyrie tried to tell me how Hel, Asgard's land of the dead, is part of another realm called Niflheim, but I missed some of the details, what with all the cursed souls wailing around me. The name Asgard means a couple of different things. It can be used to refer to the 10 realms of Asgard, the collection of magical worlds that make up Thor's home. Or, in this case, it could refer specifically to the capital city of those realms, the Golden City of Asgard. This seemingly endless palace is the home of the gods, so it's been a frequent target of just about every madman desperate enough to try to seize that power for themselves. It's also filled with intricate statues, unfathomable weapons, and more gold than I could ever fit in my pockets.
Well, there you have it. That is the entirety of the section on Hel and Asgard, which means that next week we will look at the final installment of Rocket's reports in the main story quest, but I'm pretty sure that there's more reports that came to be with the inclusion of the Shadow of Doom DLC and possibly some of the other chapters as well. So we'll get into those all in due time. But in the meantime, let me know what your favorite report from today was. Be sure to leave that in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on today's video if you found it helpful, interesting, enjoyable, or any of the likewise things. Thanks so much for your time. I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.